Oh my God. 18 degrees out here, according to the car's thermometer. And it feels every bit of it. I had to put on, fortunately, this jacket that I have on now, it actually comes as two jackets. You have a lining, and then you have the outer jacket, which you can wear as a raincoat. And it's, even by itself, it's a pretty decent jacket for most, inclement weather. But when the wind chill really starts rising, yeah, it's a good idea just to combine them. And then they even have little snaps and you can zip them together. But yeah, I have both jackets. Yeah, I have both these. I have the jacket and the liner together today because it is freezing. That's right, folks. It's Christmas time when you have a bunch of guys out there, who for the last few years have been singing, I'm dreaming of a white male doctor, one that's not mentioning certain things. Oh, I'm not kidding. It's the same old song. Yet, one thing I've always heard, RTD is going to save this show from the wokeness that has swept over it. And I'm like, guys, the last two showrunners have not been doing anything that RTD didn't do when he brought back the show. And they thought they saw the great giant Welshman riding over the hill in his sterling silver armor with his mighty sword aloft, and he was going to strike down the evil of the timeless children, and he is going to rewrite everything so that female doctor would no longer exist. And yet I just watched a video where these guys are still going on about the Children in Need special, and the fact that he just mentioned being a woman they're having a fit over. Mentioned it. Just that one mention that he was once a brilliant woman. Well, you see here by this mention, blah, blah, and that he's a man, and that he can't deal with the situation. And I'm like, is this all you guys think of when you watch a TV show? I'm like, I must search for the hidden meaning. Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty gruesome out here, but it's the global warming. It's the climate crisis. Yeah, I got 18 degrees of hot weather here going on. Oh yeah, it's been, the climate's in such a terrible shape. I was gonna tap dance into work today in my black patent, tap shoes, black patent leather tap shoes, wearing a Speedo. But okay, that's a whole nother matter. And then, of course, the reviews of the star beats that I've been seeing. The only thing missing from a lot of these videos, especially the Bully and his crew, is a good laugh track to go with the nonsense that they're spewing. I'm not kidding. I am halfway tempted to make a compilation video of all these guys spieling on and then adding like some really bad canned laughter like they used to have on sitcoms. Because how do you sit there and make an ass out of yourself every day? But of course, we know why. Because it makes money. I love everybody's treating the turd ironic, that like he's queen. Like, dude, this guy was sitting there having a serious conversation with Alex Jones not that long ago, and I'm like, Alex Jones turned out to be nuttier than a fruitcake. He was nuttier than squirrel shit. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about, turd chronic. Yet people watch this shit. I just don't get it. But that's just me. Like I said, I do think some parts like the Star Beast to me seem to be forced, but I'm not going to go on about that. I still enjoyed the episode. And inserting modern day situations and, things into episodes is what sci-fi has been doing for decades, if not forever. But I actually think that some of these morons thought that, it was going to be, we're going to complete. Here's the thing. Okay, is Susan returning? I did not ask Carol Ann Ford any questions or anything like that because I didn't want to bother her. She was there. It was her first time, I think, being at Chicago TARDIS ever. And I was just amazed by the fact she was there. This was another one of the people in Doctor Who that I never thought I would actually get to meet, okay? Same thing with Jodie Whittaker. My mind was completely blown when I walked into that room, and there she was in real life. I had a brain freeze for a second. Because I just couldn't believe I was actually getting to meet this person, even if it was for a very, 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 very short time. That I was getting to meet this this lady in person. And the same thing with Carol Ann Ford. All I have to do is maybe, just maybe, they'll invent teleportation technology, and I get to meet Tom Baker because he's one of the ones I would love to meet. But Tom does not travel that much anymore. Sadly, due to health and whatnot. And okay, so where were we? Where I let myself get sidetracked. Oh, I had a brain freeze again. Just thinking about meeting Jodie Whittaker and having a brain freeze. Oh yeah, Carol Ann Ford being back in. I'd love to see it happen, but I'm not getting my hopes up because, for one, I don't know why everybody thinks IMDb is now a reliable source of information. It never has really been before. And so, like I said, once bitten, twice shy, too many times by IMDb entries that are completely fake. I'm really hoping we're going to see Wilf again, even if it's briefly, because, I think we should be allowed to see his final performance as a tribute to the man, the myth, the legend who was Bernard Cribbins. I was seriously scared for a second, that they were going to, say that he died off screen. So they had me going there for a minute. I was like, no way. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, as far as Carol Ann Ford appearing, I'm not getting my hopes up because, once again, 50th anniversary, she's not there. 25th anniversary, she was there for I really did nothing. Or 20th anniversary, 5 Doctors. She was there and essentially did nothing. And then the 5th Doctor, like I said, meets his granddaughter for the first time since he dumped her off. And it's like, do you remember Susan? Yes. And that was it. I'm like, that's your granddaughter you haven't seen in how many freaking years? And this was the reaction. Yeah, but like I said, she wasn't playing Susan either in Adventure in Space and Time. That's why I was so glad to see William Russell in Power of the Doctor. That's all I wanted. I didn't want him to be, we're going to CGI him running around and blowing up shit or something. And no, I just wanted him to appear, and he did. And it's the same thing with, Susan at this point. because everybody's been making up all these fan theories and all that about. It's like, guys, they've pretty much admitted in the show that the doctor was a father and a grandfather before all this happened. And of course, the one scene that blew my mind, that kind of flew by everybody, was in Fear Her, I believe it was, when the doctor just drops out, "I was a dad once," and Joe's like, "What?" And then, of course, later on, during the doctor's daughter, the doctor going on about how he lost his family and all that, and oh yeah, there's a train line that runs over here on the past just on the other side of the road. The sun, I wouldn't trust the sun, like you just said, to wipe my ass with. Then, like I said, the only person I even halfway trust on the mirror is, of course, Nicola Methvin, because she's usually more right than she is wrong, or she's nearly on that target. The other writers are just, I don't know where they're getting their stuff from. I don't know, maybe they're reading crystal balls, I don't know. Chicago Tartarus was sold out on a lot of the packages and stuff for Saturday. So there was a lot of people there. It does fairly well for a fan-run convention that's been going on for a long, long time. And even when half their volunteers suddenly quit out of nowhere, they still, played on and did it very well, considering how short-staffed they were. So I believe she was the one who mentioned the Sea Devils reappearing. I don't know anything about a spinoff. Well, folks, it's that time again. I got to run inside and once again, I got to say, be kind, be calm, be safe. Sorry, my throat's drying out because of the weather. And, be careful out there in the world. And, don't stop believing, as Journey once said. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all on the flip side. Have a great morning.